Hello, a very good morning to you wherever you are. My name is Benedict. It's a Friday morning here on AM Show, and of course, it's Preview Friday. We look ahead to what to expect this weekend in the major European leagues. Here on the local scene, it's match day 7 of the Ghana Premier League. We'll tell you the matches to expect this weekend. Also, other events happening. And we start with what's going to happen here tonight in Accra. Leaders don't yell. Now, that is the title of former Black Stars coach Kwesi Appiah's book, which will be launched tonight at the Alisa Hotel. Now, Coach Appiah shares his early beginnings in the game and also his coaching career, which saw him manage the national team on 2 different occasions. Well, he tells us what motivated him to put this down, especially the title of the book.
My lifestyle, I think, relates a little bit to the title of the book. And then secondly, I am 100% sure, irrespective of whether you're coaching or you're at your workplace, I believe no leader or, let's say, the CEOs or managers should be yelling or shouting at their, the people underneath them. Because if you want to achieve something out of them, the most important thing is to encourage them, and in a way, you want to achieve something, you need to make sure you get him to your side. It doesn't mean you should shout at him, but make sure you give him the respect needed, and then at the same time, make sure he achieves the same purpose that you're looking out for. The shouting, actually, especially the coaching part of it, I don't see some actions that are done, especially at the touchline. It doesn't mean you're shouting at the player, but you're reacting to emotions, and people have come how they can tame these emotions, and people have their own way of throwing their legs and hands everywhere, but the bottom line is, does it make any impact on what you want to achieve from the player? That's the question that you should be asking yourself.
So that was a former Black Stars coach Kwesi Appiah in that interview with Nathan Lato. The full interview will be aired later today. Also on radio tomorrow on the Joy Sports Link, you hear that interview he did with Coach Kwesi Appiah, who is launching his book. That's Leaders Don't Yell. That's the title of the book. We still stay with the Black Stars and CK Akono, who is the current coach of the Black Stars and was brought in by Coach Kwesi Appiah as his assistant to play their last 2 games. That was against South Africa and Sao Tome. Is calling for massive support from Ghanaians as he gets ready to play his first game in March.
I'm one of your children, one of your sons who has been given this opportunity. I'm not a stranger. I need the support that everybody will need for us to achieve success. I want Ghana to win. I'm a Ghanaian, so support me.
All right, so new Black Stars coach CK Akono, governor is in support for himself and his technical team as we get ready for the continuation of the Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers. Remember, in March, we'll play a double header with Sudan here in Accra and also in Khartoum. Currently, as I speak to you, he's on a tour of Europe scouting for Ghanaian players ahead of that big assignment in the Nations Cup qualifiers. We'll still stay here on the local scene. As I mentioned earlier, it's Ghana Premier League match day 7. A lot of games to look forward to after what was a successful super clash last week at the Accra Stadium, where Kumasi Asante Kotoko beat Accra by 2-1. Both teams will play in this weekend's run of games. Asante Kotoko will be in Kumasi to play against Liberty Professionals, and also Accra Heartfolk are traveling to Dawu to the Theatre of Dreams, where they will take on Dreams FC. In all of this, boys would want to place their bets on the teams that will win, draw, as well as, there are so many types of betting. The categories of it, when you know the ins and outs. My producer Asaribidiakon is a Ken, so when you contact him, he definitely will show you how things are done. But the companies that put out the matches for us and you and the people out there to bet, there's a word for them. GFA Executive Council member Randy Abbey says they will sue unauthorized betting companies.
I believe that it's a space that we own. The Premier League or all competitions of the FA are owned by the FA. And so we deemed it appropriate that for anybody to use our products as odds in their betting, they should have been authorized by us. And that is why we took that decision, or that statement came from the FA. Subsequently, we've held meetings with the Gaming Commission, and so we're still holding meetings, and our position is clear. We believe that the competitions of the FA are products of the FA. They are owned by the FA. You cannot decide to use our product as betting odds without a clear authorization. And so the discussions are ongoing, and hopefully we'll be able to find a resolution to it. You would realize that in our rules, our competition rules and all that, we also realized that, look, we didn't even have clear rules on betting as far as players and officials and others are concerned. And so we had to step in, and we have, as part of our new regulations, put out, clear regulations on how people involved in association football must conduct themselves with respect to betting. You cannot have a situation where we don't have rules, governing what we do. And so the FA was clear in its mind that, look, this is within the domain of the FA. We have to step in, and so we're on course to doing that.
So now let's take a look at what's going to happen this weekend in the Ghana Premier League. I've already talked about the Asante Kotoko and Liberty Professionals game, as well as Accra Hearts for Dreams FC. Kerala United will be at home at the Akron Park to take on Legon Cities, and Cities, of course, will be hoping to get their second win of the season after their very first win last weekend over Bechem United. Interlights will be at the Accra Stadium to take on King Faisal. Great Olympics also at the Accra Stadium on Sunday will take on Wafa, and Wafa, having lost at home to Liberty Professionals, will be hoping to bounce back to winning with his. My top liner this weekend is the Diana Stars Mediama FC game, which will be at the Doma Park, and then we'll have Bechem United. They will come up against Brukum Chelsea. Another mouth-watering encounter to look forward to this weekend. Asante Kotoko in Kumasi will go and continue their home ban against Liberty Professionals, and then Dreams FC out to Folk. Elmina Sharks will be at the Indian Stadium to take on 11 Wonders, and then Ashanti Gold will be at the Obasel and Clay Stadium to take on Ebusua Dwarfs. And there was a round of 16 game yesterday in the Copa del Rey, and was between Barca and Leganés. Lionel Messi scored twice as Barca won that game by 5 goals to 0 to progress to the quarterfinals. Highlight for you.